What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Trading Learning 101. Today's video, I'm going to show you guys an example of stock dilution. Now we got RSLS right here, a huge gap up after hours and pre-market from $1.30 to a high of $3. There was no news this day on this stock, and it's gapped up. Pre-market, it's got 3.1 million in volume so far. I want the tape to speak for itself. And I want you guys to watch the tape right here. The first 10 minutes of the market open, watch this and watch the tape. And then I'll start talking after this big something big's about to happen. I'll just tell you that. They'll let me fast forward a little bit to the market open. If you can see right up here, it's 9:28. So we got 2 minutes for the market to open. I'll just fast forward at 30 seconds. Then we got 10 seconds till the market opens. And I'll just let this play out. There's the open bell. From 250 to 225. You can see the bid there. And if I stop it real quick, it happened really, really fast. I have to show you this to you guys. If I fast forward it 10 seconds, another 10 seconds, hit play, it pops up really, really fast. And if you don't keep an eye on something like this, you'll miss it. Right there. Look at that. At 225, we got 12,500, 12,500, 37,500, 37,500. If you add all that up together, let's see how much that is. That's 100,000 shares right there. And this is already a super low float stock. Just massive, massive, massive waves of selling. And if I rewind it real quick, I think I just seen a 15,000 share buyer. Right there. It happens so fast. Fast forward 10 seconds or rewind. Right there. 15,200 and 6,100. He probably bought because he's watching the level 2 right here. He's seeing that this keeps coming down to 225 and it's holding. He sees a bunch of buyers here on the bid and it's holding. So the sellers are trying to knock it down to the 225 and he sees it's holding. So he's purchasing thinking this is going to explode up to the upside. And he probably didn't see the 100,000 shares that we just pointed out earlier on the tape right here. Look at that, just massive selling, breaks through the 225 and down she goes. Very, very fast. All the way down to $2. Massive selling. Just look how fast the tape's moving right there at the beginning when the market opens. This is why this is happening so fast. There's really no way I'd be able to catch everything that's going on. That's why I like to wait at least 15-20 minutes after the market opens to see which way stocks are going and if anything's going to set itself up. Because if you don't know what you're doing, you can really, really, really get burnt. Just like that guy who bought 15,000 shares at 230. Now look, he's down 40 cents if he's still holding. I don't know if he's sold. I'm just seeing all this buying right now and it just cannot get over $2. When you see massive, massive selling like this, massive selling, and you just don't see, you see all the buying, but the stock's just not getting over a certain level, like right now, $2, something's up. Something's going on. Somebody's unloading a lot of shares. It's trying to hold right here at $2. First we seen it trying to hold at $2.25, now $2. Watch this video a couple times. Just analyze the bid, the ask, the times and sales, and just take mental note of what's happening right now. I didn't edit this video at all or cut anything out. This is real footage from this day. And then here it goes. It can't hold that level anymore, and it's getting a flush down to 180. And still, people are still trying to buy it, thinking there's going to be a bounce. People thinking this is probably just a panic sell. A morning panic. Comes right back up to that $2 level. Still seeing just big selling in waves. And I'd probably say when we pointed out earlier that 100,000 shares of selling that popped up on the tape, probably 97% of people missed it. They didn't even see it because it happened so fast. And look at now it's getting flushed out real hard down below 180 to $1.75. Just big, big, big selling. And we're at 7.4 million in volume so far today. Market's only been open 6 minutes and we've seen this drop almost $1. Still massive waves of selling. Massive waves of selling. Look at this. Just nasty. In a short's eyes, This is gold. This is jackpot. But for a long, this is just a nightmare. You keep seeing people try to pop up on the bid side, wanting to hold this up. But it's just, there's just so much selling. It just completely wipes everybody out. And we just seen more big orders come through right here. Right there. 4,000, 14,000, 4,000, 14,000, 3,000, 1,000. Look at that, all right there. That's like 40,000 shares, 30,000 shares right there. And here it goes, down below, almost to 160s. Just non-stop waves of just continuous selling. No bounces at all, really. None. And just because a stock's selling off really hard, it doesn't have to bounce. It doesn't have to. And RSLS didn't have a bounce at all. And all these people just got straight up burnt. They thought, hey, this is a low float. It's got to have a bounce. It's got to. No, it doesn't. Look at that. Just eating through the bids. Eating through it. I'll see 4,000, 3,000, 5,000 pop up, and the selling is just so much, it'll eat right through it. I said I wasn't going to do much talking through this video. I can't help myself. This is just amazing action right here. This is awesome to get to see something like this. Now going forward, I've learned a lot from this play right here. And I hope you all do as well. Take it in, remember it, and grow as a trader. Every day you want to grow more as a trader. We'll see a little wave of buying come in, and then we'll just see a big, long wave of selling. This did have a little bounce, but a 10-cent bounce it looks like. That ain't strength. That's not strength at all. We're now 10 minutes into the market open. We're at 9 million in volume. 9 million in volume on a super low float stock like this. I think the float was 3 million. And here it goes, about to make a new low. Boom, here it goes. And still people trying to buy it. Trying to get, where's the bottom gonna be? This has gotta be the bottom. We gotta be near the bottom. just buyers will not give up on it. And like I said earlier, all this right here is unedited. It's the straight run from when the market opened all the way up until I stopped recording it. So you guys can go back and watch and analyze and watch over again and see if you see anything new and learn from it. Look, it just eats through that bid. And that's the last that I record. This is the last part of RSLS that I recorded. After this big sell-off, I was pretty much done with it, and other stuff started to pop off in the market. I think ANY started to pop off, and some other low float stocks started to pop off. ABIL. What a wicked, crazy move on this. And that's all I recorded on RSLS. But just to show what's the definition of dilution. Stock dilution, also known as equity dilution, is the decrease in existing shareholders' ownership of a company as a result of the company issuing new equity. New equity increases the total shares outstanding, which has a dilutive effect on the ownership percentage of existing shareholders. And I go to Yahoo Finance here. This is now a few days later on December 1st, and this is now at 86 cents a share. And just garbage. We look at the statistics now on it. Shares outstanding almost 1 million, and the float is under 1 million. But if you go to a few websites like Finviz, and type in RSLS and look at the float and the shares outstanding on here, right here. Here it says 0.59 million, the float, and shares outstanding 0.64 million. And if I load up trade ideas, let's look at the float on RSLS on trade ideas. Shares outstanding just under 1 million, but the float, again with this one, at almost 500,000. So it's always good to compare different websites, Yahoo Finance, Finviz, Trade Ideas, to get an idea of what the float and shares outstanding is. See, and after it sold all those shares, literally 3 days ago, they come out with this news press release right here that Life Science provides financing and corporate update as a result of the aggregated 25 million in gross proceeds raised in these recent finances and the company's continued effort to manage its expenses. The company believes that it should have significant capital to fund its current operations into 2020. We are really pleased with the progress we have made in getting our capital structure back in health. And why are they saying this? Because look what recently happened with RSLS. I should have kept Finviz up there. You can't see it on that. What recently happened with RSLS? They had a huge spike right here from $1.70, $1.80 up to $7, I believe. And then a few days later, it gaps up, and they had that public offering for $10 million. That's why you gotta look forward, or you gotta look into this stuff. And I'm about to add another clip right here. And this is what RSLS did for the day. It opened here at the 250 area and just sold off hard all the way down to $1.20. And then when it started to look like it was starting to move up, it was topping out here at $1.40, and then it gets halted. And then it reopens from the halt and it gaps down to $1.20, and then it just continues to sell off even more all the way down to 90 cents. And if I zoom out on the camera or on the time frame, it just slowly puttered out. You can see right here on the 26th, they announced a 10 million registered direct offering. And then during that halt, and when it reopened, it dropped 14%. Post-trading halt, signs agreement to sell 8 million shares. And that's just all the selling, the nasty, nasty selling we've seen on this the tape when analyzing it. That's why I say it's important to read the tape and see. You could get a feel for how the stocks move in and what the stock's telling you just by reading the tape. We've seen massive, massive, massive selling. Look at that thing. Straight up, 308, all the way down and drops below $1 to 90 cents. A lot of people got smashed on this. And I recently just made a video about public offerings and direct offerings, shelf offerings. I'll leave a link to that video in the description down below. Until next time, everyone, have that patience, have that discipline, and study, study, study. All right, later, everyone.